one wrong choice changed my life forever. And honestly, sometimes I still replay that moment inside my head daily, wondering if different choices could have saved everything before it collapsed completely. People think disaster arrives loudly, fast, but usually it begins quietly, slowly. One small decision, one careless moment, one emotional reaction, one ignored warning, and suddenly nothing feels the same. I didn't notice life changing immediately. That's what hurts the most, honestly. Destruction rarely announces itself clearly. First, sometimes it looks normal, harmless, safe, until consequences finally arrive too late. Afterward, I remember that day too clearly. Still, the weather, the silence, the strange feeling inside my chest telling me, careful, but emotions louder than wisdom. Then, and I ignored every warning, sighing because humans often choose temporary feelings first without understanding how permanent consequences become. I wish I could return there. Sometimes stand beside my younger self, grab his shoulders, and say, stop, think longer. Please don't let emotion make this decision because this choice will follow you for years afterward, through sleepless nights, through regret, through loneliness, through unbearable memories. But life doesn't allow second chances easily. Time keeps moving even while hearts break. And now all I have are memories and questions without answers. Again, what if I waited 5 minutes longer? What if I stayed silent instead? What if I listened to instinct first? Would everything still exist today? Would she still smile beside me? Would my heart still feel whole? Those questions haunt people forever. Sometimes because regret creates imaginary futures, daily, alternate versions of life where everything survived, where happiness continued, where nobody left. And honestly, those imaginary lives hurt almost as much as reality itself. I never understood how powerful choices are until mine destroyed everything important to me. One conversation became the beginning of ending. One impulsive moment became permanent damage, and suddenly I learned a painful truth. Not every mistake can be fixed. People say everyone deserves another chance, always, but sometimes damage changes relationships forever. Sometimes trust breaks in ways love cannot fully repair. That realization aged me faster somehow. I became quieter after everything collapsed, more careful, more distant, less trusting too, because regret changes how people move through life. You begin double checking every decision, carefully, every word, every action, every emotional reaction, afraid another wrong choice might destroy more. I miss who I was before guilt moved inside me, before overthinking became constant background noise, before sadness started feeling familiar somehow. People around me noticed changes slowly. They asked why I seemed different, why laughter felt forced, why silence grew longer. I always said, I'm fine, softly, because explaining regret feels impossible. Sometimes, how do you explain to someone that one moment rewrote your entire future? How do you describe the feeling of watching your own decision destroy something beautiful, especially when you're responsible for the pain? That guilt stays inside bones quietly. It follows you through ordinary days, through birthdays, through crowded rooms, through late night thoughts. When everything becomes louder, I tried distracting myself many ways. Honestly, music, movies, long walks, empty conversations, too, but regret waits patiently inside silence, always eventually returning when life slows down again and nights became hardest after everything, because darkness makes memories feel closer. Somehow I'd lie awake, replaying every detail, the exact words, the exact expressions, the exact moment everything shifted forever. Sometimes I wonder if she hates me. Sometimes I wonder if she still thinks about us at all. That question hurts unexpectedly more than anger, because being forgotten feels colder. Somehow, at least, anger means someone still cares, but silence feels like emotional death, and maybe I deserved that. Maybe consequences simply arrived wearing loneliness. Instead, I wish life taught certain lessons without destruction. First, I wish wisdom arrived before regret instead of afterward. But humans learn slowly through pain. Usually, we ignore advice until consequences become personal, and mine became deeply personal. I lost someone who genuinely loved me, not perfect love, but honest love, the kind that feels rare now, honestly. And I destroyed it through one choice, one emotional, reckless moment. Sometimes people expect healing to look beautiful, inspiring, hopeful, but honestly, healing often looks like surviving days you never wanted, like carrying guilt without collapsing fully, like learning how to live beside regret without letting it destroy everything else. I'm still learning that, slowly, painfully, daily. Some days better than others. Honestly, some mornings I wake feeling almost normal, then memories return without warning. Again, a song, a place, a familiar smell, and suddenly my chest feels heavy. Again, that's the problem with loving deeply. Even after people leave, pieces remain everywhere, inside music, inside streets, inside ordinary moments too. Grief hides inside details, small, cruel details. I think that's why I became afraid of attachment again, because losing someone through your own actions creates different kind of heartbreak entirely. You can't fully blame circumstances, fate, timing. Sometimes the truth points directly at you, and living with that truth changes people. It changed me, certainly. I speak softer now, think longer too. I value patience more than pride, because pride destroyed things love wanted to save, and anger ruined moments forever. If I've learned anything through all this, it's that temporary emotions create permanent damage. Words spoken during rage echo for years. Choices made during pain often multiply pain afterward. So now I pause more carefully. I breathe before reacting, listen before judging, because I know how expensive mistakes become, especially when heart's involved. Sometimes I still dream about her, dreams where nothing ended, nothing broke apart, dreams where we survived that difficult moment, where love continued growing instead of dying. Then morning arrives and reality returns again. Those mornings hurt deeply, quietly too, but strangely, I don't hate myself entirely anymore. For long time, I did. Honestly, I carried shame like punishment daily, believing I deserved every lonely night, every painful memory, every heavy silence. But eventually, I realized self hatred doesn't reverse time, it only creates more brokenness afterward. So slowly, carefully, I started forgiving myself, not forgetting, not excusing, just forgiving human imperfection, because humans make terrible choices sometimes, especially while hurt, confused, emotional, lost. That doesn't erase consequences, but maybe it means we still deserve healing. I hope wherever she is, life treats her gently. I hope someone loves her carefully now. I hope she laughs more than she cries, and selfishly, maybe, I hope sometimes she remembers me without hatred, completely. Just two people who loved deeply but failed each other during difficult moments, because despite everything, despite regret and distance, our love was real. Once, honestly real, and maybe that matters. Still, maybe not enough to change past, but enough to remind me I was capable of loving someone deeply, even if I made terrible mistakes afterward. That realization keeps me human somehow, keeps me hoping I can still become better, wiser, more careful with hearts, because one wrong choice changed my life, but maybe it also changed who I am. Maybe pain taught lessons comfort never could. Maybe regret forced me to grow, finally. And maybe one day, after enough healing, I'll stop seeing myself only through mistakes. Maybe one day, this heavy story will feel like survival instead of punishment. Until then, I carry the memory carefully, the lesson, the guilt, the love, to all because one wrong choice changed my life forever. And even